Good morning, Ambazonia. Today, now Tuesday, the 13th day for this month of April 2021. Capo Daniel. This one, na my daily podcast for now. Fellow citizens of Ambazonia, less than 2 weeks into the alliance formed by the Ambazonian people and the Biafran people, the Biafran National League, BNL, then give an ultimatum for all petroleum company them waiting there for BAKASSI for leave or face an impending doom. The Biafran National League, with an armed group where they operate within the BAKASSI region, them acts make all its citizens them pull down any billboard where they for BAKASSI we carry the name Cameroun and the Cameroon government flag. The BNL, it then talks subsequently they no go announce any warning again for the Cameroon government and the oil company then where the British government then send them me they can't take oil for BAKASSI. They go just act na for act. This it come as IPOD member that reach out for some of our refugee community them for Nigeria, for salute them and for welcome them as the both people them for the both country that they come together following the alliances formed by their leaders, Dr. Cho Ayaba and Namdi Kanu. The alliance between the Biafran people and the Ambazonian people them, it can be a necessity, as then they talk, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Not only do the Ambazonian people need to partner up with the Biafran people because they share common enemy, it is for strategic reasons that they must come together to facilitate the independence of each territory. Like it or not, the Ambazonian war for liberation have always been linked to the Biafran's independent movement. What Ambazonia needs right now is guns, weapons, and a refuge across the other side of the border, which is something the Biafrans are willing to give. It might not be enough to destabilize and make the Ambazonian territory ungovernable. It is also necessary and strategic for the Ambazonian people to destabilize and make the entire Gulf of Guinea ungovernable and unexploitable for the international community that have neglected their duty to invoke the rights to protect, to intervene in this war that Mr. Popia have bring upon us, the Ambazonian people. There is no greatest leverage the Ambazonian people have than the ability for them to inject and push for the complete destabilization and the halt of exploitation of petroleum on both sides of the territory. The alliance between the Biafran people and the Ambazonian people have effectively changed the international calculus that have always been against the Ambazonian people and the Biafran people, with the hope of the international community that stability in the Gulf of Guinea lies in the hands of the Nigerian government and the Cameroon government. Now, they will have to know that stability in the Gulf of Guinea lie in the hands of the Ambazonian and the Biafran people, and we have resolved thus to take away that stability and to halt all exploitation of both territory until the right of self-determination is established and respected for both people by the international community. The Cameroon government have not been shy to use mercenaries from Gabon, Congo, Chad to fight its illegal war of suppression and oppression in Ambazonia. So do the Nigerian government. It should be no secret and there should be no shy of the fact that the Ambazonian people will not shy away from partnering and going into joint venture with the people of the Biafra. We will not shy to use mercenary in our war for liberation. So do the Biafran people. The partnership between both sides will expand and be extended to all sectors of our liberation movements. The Ambazonian people stands to gain the most, as it is more easy to make a case under the current legal framework of the United Nations for Ambazonian self-determination than the Biafrans. The Biafrans therefore must intensify their help to assist and make sure that Ambazonian liberation is accomplished as an easy pathway for Biafran independence. After all, In every diplomatic adventure that we have gone to, we have always been told that independence for the Ambazonian people will mean independence for the Biafran people. So shall it be. For the diplomatic side, the Commonwealth Bar Association member, Barrister Godfrey Anang Idam, addressed the British Parliament, indicting them for neglect to stop the war between La Republique and Ambazonia. Barrister Anang Idam called on the House of Commons for the British government for stand up and for stop the genocide where they go on against the Ambazonian people. The Commonwealth Bar Association member have questioned the logic behind why do the United States, Canada, the United Kingdom, and the EU sanction the Chinese government on right abuses against the Uyghur Muslims in Xinjiang in China, but will not take any action against similar actions taken by the Cameroon government against the Ambazonian people. Why for the great state of Bui, the people them for inside Bui did not come out in their numbers for finally celebrate the passing into glory of the Ambazonian Defense Forces General Hassan, where we been a general of the people for Bui. The Ambazonian Defense Forces, the Bui Brigade, will be ready to receive the installation of their new overall commander that will be announced subsequently. Bamenda have become the graveyard of La République du Cameroun military, as 4 more of their soldiers have been killed in the Bamenda-Bengui road. The Bamenda Brigade have intensified their operation to completely halt Cameroon occupation forces patrol around the city. In an action of desperation, the Cameroon military launched an attack against a food market, burning down the market in Bamendankwe, and also around the hospital junction. The motorbikes of commercial bikemen were seized and burned by the Cameroon military.
Now then this so chop for play they say chop, now chop and that don't burn. Oh, shoot local launch and flash or chop. All thing don't burn. Cameroon government, you will pay for all this crimes. So probably I know say you will pay up.
The Ambazonian Defense Forces are resolved to intensify their operation within the coming weeks. We call on the population in Bamenda and across the Ambazonian territory to keep on upholding the Monday Day Ghost Town as the means for the civilians to demonstrate their will for separation and independence. Ambazonian forces have also arrested some workers coming in from La République du Cameroun to come and carry out the so-called reconstruction projects around our territory. We are informing all French Cameroon citizens not to venture in our territory to carry out any project, be it sponsored by international organization or La République du Cameroun. It is completely forbidden for humanitarian workers or NGOs to use Francophone or French Cameroon citizens to work or carry out its missions within Ambazonian's integral territory.
Then you come up for Douala, they come for Francophone, for Anglophone zone.
That man don't come Douala. Tell me, say, please, imagine the disturb. Please, I come every to fix the printing man.
Okay, but you know, say, I want to tell you something. No Francophone man no get for enter for Anglophone zone till the war end. You hear?
Yes.
If you like, we go for down there. Any Anglophone man where they you drive them. We no want for see Francophone man for inside our territory till me the war end. You hear what I tell you?
Yes, I understand.
I could kill you, you go back. But now I just want to let me people they know say any Francophone man where they enter for the land, they enter for die. Because in days ahead, we no go cash when now again for say we keep am send when back we only the key winner. Because probably are the same military when a Francophone they can't keep our brother when a Anglophone and our sister them, our mommy them, our picking them. Now so we go do am for when I hear no.
Yes.
You know yeah.
I don't hear you.
Sava.
Still in the capital city of Bamenda, the Bamenda Brigade have arrested a gang of thieves that have been terrorizing our population, kidnapping for ransom in the name of Ambazonia.
The catch for Ngomaram, they say, with the worker operate people your house and for 12 o'clock midnight.
They catch you now from which side?
From that government school.
Government school for which quarter?
Government school in Gomaram.
The cash una for day.
Yes.
Una the worker operate people that night for their house.
Yes.
For which time?
For 12 o'clock.
12 o'clock for daytime or for night?
For night and for...
The Ambazonian Bamenda Brigade will continue to fight kidnapping for ransom, a weapon that has been used by La République du Cameroun to sow chaos within our city and to tarnish the reputation of the Ambazonian forces fighting to protect our civilian and to liberate our homeland for freedom of all Ambazonia. As we get into this week, we are calling on all Ambazonian citizens to stay away from areas that have the presence of Cameroon military. Our forces will continue and increasingly use surgical explosive devices to target La République du Cameroun patrol and control point. We call on all our citizens to avoid any area with the presence of the Cameroon occupation forces, as these areas will be considered as active war zones. We continue to call on all Ambazonians at home and abroad to carry out their sacred duty to support the armed resistance for freedom for all Ambazonians. May our independence and freedom in Ambazonia come swift and quick. God bless you. Capo Daniel signing out.
Velot ponyoyo ben quadra kitamine. Velot ponyoyo ben quadra kitamine. Mwe vive la dega motwa. Vive la dega motwa. Kamilione yo va unyo tange. Kamilione ben yo unyo tange. Vive la dega motwa. Vive la dega motwa. Capo Daniel, vive la dega. Oh, mo, me la vive la dega moto.